So the subject of this video is how to go from looking at a chart like the one that I gave you, the cheat sheet for finding your basic differentiation rules, how to go from that to actually being successful on a quiz in which you have to use them. So for instance, okay, we're looking at the d over dx of sine of u equals cosine u times u prime. So what does that mean? And this is in brackets on the cheat sheet too. So what does that mean? Why do they do that? Why is there a u here instead of an x? And what is this u prime doing over here? So what it is what it really means to tell you is that the derivative with regards to x, with respect to x, of the sine of x, okay, is equal to the cosine of x, okay? That is what it's trying to tell you in a nutshell. However, most of the time it's not just sine x. Most of the time there's some other function going on, and so they want you to know, they want to build in to the cheat sheet that if something is going on with the x, then you're also going to have to use the chain rule. So they're just kind of trying to tell you, use the chain rule, okay? So let's take a look at number 1 on the study guide. It says that y is equal to sine of 4x squared. Okay, so the derivative of y is going to be cosine of 4x squared, right? Are we done? Because the derivative of sine of something is cosine of that thing, right? No, we're not done, because 4x squared itself is a kind of function, right? 4x squared is its own set of rules that is happening to x. But so we're going to have to multiply this times the derivative of 4x squared, which is 8x, okay? Now, a few of you on the quiz that you took last week, which is why we're doing a retake this week, a few of you, well, at least one of you, said that the derivative was with the cosine of 8x. So you did the derivative of the outer function, and inside of that you put the derivative of the inner function. Okay, so remember, that's not how the chain rule works. You do the derivative of the outer function and multiply it times the derivative of the inner function, okay? And we can also just call it 8x cosine of 4x squared. That's another way to call it. Okay, great. So that's pretty straightforward. You know, if you had to do, like number 4, y equals cosine of 3x cubed, one of the things that you need to know is that the derivative of cosine is negative sign. So your derivative, your y prime, is going to be negative sine of 3x cubed. You got to keep that inner part intact first, times 9x squared. And a lot of times we simplify that to just negative 9x squared times the sine of 3x cubed, okay? So that's what that's going to look like, okay? This is how we do it. All right, next, hold on one second. Okay, so if we have something like y equals tan of x cubed, this is number 6. Y equals tan of x cubed. Now on our cheat sheet, it says that the d over dx of tan u is going to equal secant squared u prime. This is still pretty straightforward, okay? So that means that our derivative, our y prime, is going to equal secant squared of x cubed, okay, times the derivative of x cubed, which is 3x squared, okay? Which we can also call 3x squared secant squared x cubed. Okay. Now, I want to just reiterate something that we talked about last week. This indicates that you're multiplying 3x squared times the secant squared of x cubed. Okay? What you need to remember is that this notation is saying that it's the secant squared of x cubed. Okay? This whole thing is a function, and the x cubed belongs inside parentheses inside of that function. Okay, I'll have another video going on to some of the next ones.